welcome back to this amazing channel. This is Abhinav. From last 2 years, I'm making these video editorials of Codeforces, Codechef and Leetcode contest. And you guys have shown a very great support in my videos. So first of all, thanks a lot for that. And these regular CP contests, participating and practicing these questions helped me also to crack good companies like LinkedIn, Zeta, and Geeks for Gigs. And this all was possible because of a proper mentorship and because I solve these problems regularly. I do upsolve the problems and I do solve problems of lead code and code force. So if you're also someone who is preparing for CP, who is preparing for interviews, who is searching for internship, but facing difficulty with you are not able to increase your rating, you're not able to solve problems regularly. If you are facing any such difficulty, we have recently launched Coding 75 Pro, where we provide one-to-one mentorship sessions and live classes of CP contest discussions, DSA classes, live project building classes, and CS fundamental classes. So it's a complete pack of your interview preparation. So if you are watching this video editorial of Codeforces, Codechef, and Leetcode, and if you want to also join the live discussion of these same contests with me, along with that, if you want one-to-one mentorship with me on CP, on DSA, on interview preparation, or in general anything that you need, you can check out the Coding 75 Pro subscription. The link is in the description. The whole schedule of the course is also present in the description. You can check that. The cost is very efficient, just 499 per month. That's it. But if still you have any doubt regarding our Coding 75 Pro subscription and how it can help you, you can DM me on my WhatsApp number, which is given in the description. You can DM me directly. We will talk about what are the difficulties that you're facing and how Coding 75 Pro can help you. So do join it now. Thank you.
Hello guys and welcome back to this amazing channel. This is Abhinav. So today in this particular video we'll discuss about the problems of Codeforces round 944. Okay, so was actually our diff 4 round. Okay, and I will discuss the first 7 problems of this particular contest. So I actually didn't participate in this contest. You can see that I have not solved any of the problems during the contest, but I actually tried up solving the problems and I actually have some solutions which matches my approach. So I will actually discuss all these first 7 problems of this particular contest, right? So let's discuss all the problems one by one. uh, Also guys, if you know, you have must have seen in the starting of the video about the pro subscription, right? So if you also have any doubt regarding that, you can ask that to me in the comment section, or you can also directly DM me on WhatsApp and we can discuss that doubt. Okay, amazing. So let's start. So the very first thing is my first sorting problem. So what is does it says that you are given two integers x and y. Okay. Now what you do is you have to output the minimum of x and y followed by maximum of x and y. Okay. That's a very basic problem. You are given with two numbers x and y. First you have to print the minimum of them and the maximum of them. I think it was not even required to be explained, right? So you can see the solution how it is done. Take two numbers, print minimum of them and maximum of them. That's a practical diff 4 question, right? Problem 2 is different strings. Up this was actually a good problem. Up it is saying that you are having a string s, okay, and what you can do, you can rearrange the characters of a string to form a new string r that is not equal to s. Okay, so how you can actually perform it? See guys, the thing is that if you have a string, okay, let's say the string is coding. Up someone is asking you, you can rearrange the string. You can rearrange the string in any way that you can do, such that some different string can be performed. So you can do that actually. You can, let's say this coding, you can make this coding to you can just change C with D. Let's say it will become dosing, right? So means you can rearrange the given string in any other way that you want, right? The thing is, when will it not possible to create a new string after rearrangement? That is only possible when all the characters of the string are same. Let's say all the characters are A. In this case, if you will rearrange the string in any other manner, you cannot actually make the rearrangement. So in this case, your output will always be not possible, right? So means if all the characters of a string are same, that means string cannot be I will say key uh, make a different string. Otherwise, it can be done. Okay. So if you will see here, what is happening here is basically you are having a string. You are taking input of the string, then you are finding the length of the string. Now in the map, I'm actually storing the frequency of characters of the string. Okay. Now if the size of this map is 1, I will say no. No means I will simply print no, because if size is 1, if the string contains only one type of character repetition, means we cannot change or rearrange it into a different string. No. Else what we can do? Else we will say yes, and actually have to also print that string. Up, see guys, let's say there is a string coding itself. So if you want to rearrange it into in some different string, any different string, what you can do? You can just swap any two distinct characters. Let's say C को O से swap कर दो. It will become like this. It will become like this. Let's say the string is, let's say this. Here we have only one distinct character. You can swap this with like this. It will become like this. So you can swap any two characters which are not equal. So what I will do here is I will simply have a loop from 1 to n, and for any index which is not equal to its previous index, I will swap it, and that's it. Then I will print the string. Okay, so this is how we can actually solve the second problem, right? So again guys, if you guys have any doubt, please ask that to me in the comment section, or you can join a Telegram channel, right, to ask your doubts. Amazing. Let's move forward. Problem C is clock and string. This was again a good problem. Here in this problem, we are seeing that there are actually two strings present. Okay. What two string is that? Two strings I'm saying. So let's take the example of this. Just a minute. So I actually now want a white background to have this photo. Yeah. So if you will see, let's say this is a given to you. Okay. What you can actually do with this is you're given with four values: A, B, C, and D. What is this A, B, C, and D? This A, B, C, D represents the points where these strings are present, and they all will be also distinct. If you will see, they are saying that A, B, C, D are four distinct numbers. Okay, means they will be present inside this only. Now you tell that Alice tied a rope at A to B. So it means, let's say this is A, this is B. So Alice is having a rope from this A to B. Bob is having a rope from C to D. Let's say this is C and this is D. Now you tell that whether there is an intersection possible or not. Whether there is an intersection or not. For example, if you will take this case, let's say I'm taking my random. Let's say that A will take like this, and Bob will take like this. In this case, you can see there's no intersection. Let's say if it is 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's say this is the case. So if you will see, let's say this is A and B, this is C and D. So in this case, it is actually intersecting. But in this case, it is not intersecting anywhere. Why is this case happening? See guys, if you will take this A, okay, and if you will go on the right side of this A, so you can see the first point that will come will be C. And if you will go on the left side, the first point that it will get will be D. Are you getting? That means if this thing will happen, that for a particular, you can check this for any of them. I'm just saying it for A, that for A, if you will go on both the directions and the point that you will get first is the point of a different rope, that means that rope is actually making a cut there. Means the point B is away from it, and between the point B there is a cut. But in this case, you will see when you will go on the left side, then here C is present, that is fine. But if you go on the right side, here there is a B present, means there is no intersection. A and B are on a same side. There is no intersection. That is your thing. How you will check that whether intersection is present or not, right? So if you will see the code, what we are doing is we are first of all saying, see, first we are taking A, B, C, D. Okay. Now one more thing. What I'm doing is that if let's say A is B less than B, I'm swapping A and B because I want the value of A more than B. I want maximum number at A. Okay. Now see, that's just for the good case, right? Now what we are doing is we first make check 1 true and check 2 true. So it should be false basically. Check 1 true means कि initially we have both as true. Okay, and whenever this case will happen, okay, on the left side also there is a C present, or on the left side there is a D present. Whenever this will happen, we will make both of them false. And if they both will become false at the end, that means our answer is yes. Okay, so you can see first we are at A, and from this A, I will try going on the right side. So 9 to 10, then 11, then 12, then 1, then 2, then 3, and so on. So we'll go on the right side one by one. Okay, so this loop will start from A and will go on the right side of it. So A, then A plus 1, A plus 2, up to where? It will go up to like whole 12 rotation it will make from here till here until it get a C. See, if it will get a C or D, which is fine. If that rotation will get a C or D, that means it's what that is what we want, because we know if there's a C or D present, that means there's a check. So if there's a C or D present, I will make my check one false and I will break. But if there's a B present, that means definitely your answer is no. Because if you are going and you got a B, that means there is no intersection there. So same here we are doing for the left side. We are going from A plus 1, A plus 2. Here we are going back. So like from A, we will go back to A minus 1, A minus 2, A minus 10, and so on. Okay. And if both check 1 and check 2 are false, means on the left side also different string is present, on the right side also different string is present, we will say yes, it is present, else we will say no, right? So this is how this whole problem was being solved, right? But if you have any doubt, you can actually ask that to me, in the comment section, and I will discuss that thing. Okay, amazing. Next comes is the binary cut. Okay, so you are given a binary string. Please find the minimum number of pieces you need to cut it into so that the resulting pieces can be rearranged into a sorted binary string. अब this was actually a very good problem. ठीक है. For example, there's a string S. I can again make it black. I don't like the light mode. So S. Let's say S is like this. It is like let's say 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 let's say. Okay, what you have to do is you have to actually break these strings into some pieces so that after rearranging that pieces it becomes sorted. Means all the zeros should come at first and then all the ones should come. Are you getting? All the zeros should come first, then all the ones should come. That is what you want. After arrangement, this should actually happen. But how will it happen? How will it happen? How it is possible actually to, do this particular thing? So see, guys, see, it will be possible. How? Let me tell you. So देखो, for example, this is the thing. Okay. Up here, what you will do is, let's first break everything. Let's first break everything on the basis of consecutive ones and consecutive zeros. Let's do it. For example, here we got one consecutive one. Here we got two consecutive zeros. Here we got two consecutive ones. Here we got one consecutive zero. One consecutive one. Let me change a little bit for having a better. Let's make it as 0 and 0. Okay, up here you can see we have got four consecutive zeros. Here two consecutive ones, 1, 1 and 1. Okay, up what we can do, we can have these parts. First of all, we can have all those parts which have zeros. So I can have this 0, then this will come here, then this will come here, 4 zeros, then these two single zeros will come, and then all the ones wala part will come. So you will see here we have to make how many divisions? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. We made 8 divisions. So this is fifth, this is sixth, seventh, eighth. Right? So these 8 different consecutive ones and zeros are present here in alternative manner. But actually guys, it is not required. What we can do, we know that when we have these zeros and ones, in the middle somewhere there will be a substring of first all the zeros and then all the ones. So there is no need to actually divide that substring into 0 and 1. We can take them as a single unit also. Okay, we can take them as a single unit also. So what we will do here also, we'll see that if there is any such point where zeros and ones are present, as a single unit, then we can take them, but only at once, which is the middle one, not more than once. No, only once. So if it is present at least one time, we can actually take it as a single unit, right? So if you will see what I'm doing here is, if you will see my code, what I'm doing, I am first of all having an answer. Up in this answer, I am storing every consecutive 0 and 1s ka substring. For example, if si is 1, so until si is 1, I will increase my index and I will increase my answer only once. Means for example, यहाँ पे सिर्फ एक 1 मिला, then there are two consecutive zeros, then two consecutive ones, then like this. So whenever we'll get a 0, we'll get how many consecutive zeros are there. So until we have consecutive zeros, we'll go on and then we'll stop. Same for 1. When we'll got a 1, we'll check how many consecutive ones are there and we'll go on till then. Okay, and every time we will get a consecutive zeros and consecutive ones, we will increase the answer. We will increase the answer. But the thing is, there is a check. What is this check? The check is that if we have some consecutive zeros and after consecutive zeros, the loop has stopped. But when will this loop stop? It can have two reasons. Either I has reached end, या तो I बिल्कुल last हो गया है, it has reached end, or maybe SI became 0. So if I is not have reached end, अगर I last नहीं हुआ है, that means must be SI must have became 1. Then only the loop has stopped. And if SI has became 1, that means there is a case where we have zeros and 1. Means we can consider that case as a single one, and around that case I can make case of 1 after it and case of zeros before it. Means that particular case can be taken single. So if this check will be true, at the last we will check, we will actually decrease our answer. Why we are decreasing answer? Because we can actually pair up one consecutive zeros and one consecutive ones which are there adjacent to each other. We can pair them as a single unit, but only once we can do that for this middle case. That's it. हम यहाँ पे नहीं रख सकते 0 0 1 वाला. No, only for the middle we can take only once. Okay, so this is how we are solving this particular problem. Okay, amazing. Let's take the fifth case. Fifth question was really interesting. The problem says that you are basically given with some points, with some k points. These are some k signs basically given to you. Up these, what are these k signs? So there's a road. Okay, that road starts from 0 and goes up to n. Now there are some k points also given to you. So let's say this is a point number 1. It has a value a, it has a value b. A tells actually the distance, at what distance that point is, and b tells the time required to reach that distance. B tells the time to required to reach that distance. For example, here if I am saying it is 5,8, means till here distance was 5, time required was 8. Let's say here it was uh, uh, 8,9 or 8,11. That means distance here is 8 and time required to reach is 11. अब let's say here we are saying it is 11, 15. Means distance 11, time required is 15. अब let's say here it was 20, 30. And this is, let's say, final. So final distance is n only. Let's say n is 25 and time required is 40. Let's say. Okay. अब this all is given to you. So you are given with the array of A, that will tell you distance for each sign, and B will tell you the time required to reach that particular sign. Okay. Now what you have to do is, you are actually given with some Q queries, and each query is having an integer D. So D is actually the distance given to you. Okay. And you have to find the time required to reach that particular distance. That is what you have to find. You have to find the time required to reach that particular distance, right? Now how you will actually find it? See guys, for example, that distance is actually present inside this uh, array. Let's say distance is 11. When distance is 11, you already know the answer is 15. Let's say distance is 0, then you already know answer will be 0. Let's say distance is equal to n, which is 25. Then you know answer is 40. 40 minutes is needed. So if distance is actually present in this A array, we know the corresponding time required because that signs are given to us. But if distance is not in the array, let's say that distance is 15. अब कैसे होगा? So let me tell you how it will be done. One more thing is given to you guys, that between every 2 points, the car has actually traveled in a constant speed. So means we can find the the speed between 2 points also. What is speed? Speed is distance upon time. So if you will see, let's take these 2 points. So for these 2 points, the difference between uh, uh, distance will be 3 and distance between time will be 4. Means its speed will be 0.75. Okay, so we know the speed also, that between 2 points, what's the speed of a car, because it's a constant speed, it's not a variable speed, right? Amazing. Ab dekho, for example we are actually let's say searching for 15. Means we have to find कि, okay, at distance 15, let's say here somewhere here 15 will lie, कि at distance 15 how much time will be required. ठीक है, अब we know at 11, at distance 11 15 minutes will required, at distance 20 30 was required, तो middle 15 में कितना required होगा. So first of all what I am doing here is, you will see it's a pure mathematical problem, it's a problem of math only. Okay, what I'm doing is, see, first of all I have handled the base cases, that if d is 0 continue, if d is n, देखो अगर d 0 है then simple answer will be also be 0, no worries. अब if d is n means the last point of the array, so for the last point you already have a sign at the last, so you can see the kth sign जो है, this kth sign will be at the last, so you know the value of bk will be the value or the time required to reach the nth distance, the last point. Else what we will do, we will find the upper bound of this d in this distance array. For example, here you can see distance given you is 5, 8, 11, 20. So for 15, its upper bound will be this 20. If I will index it, this is index number 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So for this 15, this will be the upper bound. This will be the upper bound. Means this is a sign which is just after 15. This is a sign which is just after 15. Okay? But we will not take the time of just after 15. अब देखो, if this is the point just after 15, one point before this upper bound, this will be the point just before 15. Am I right? This will be the point just before 15. And this point is actually taking 15 minutes to reach here. Means 15 minutes will be definitely required to reach 15 also. Even more than that is required. So first I will make this 15 as my answer. To the time of index minus 1, I will store in my answer. It is a time taken to reach the stop just before distance d. Ab, till here, it was, let's say, 15 minutes. Till here, it was 15 minutes. Now, what about this much part? What about this much part? इसमें कितना क्या होगा? For this much part, what will actually happen is, that we will now here find कि okay, for this much distance कितनी है? What is this much distance? So this distance we can also easily find. This distance is nothing but 15, which is d, minus the distance on the previous point, which is 11. So means this much is the 4 distance, let's say 4 kilometer. So we will first of all find the extra distance. So extra distance to cover is d minus distance on the previous point. Ab we have to also actually, guys, find the speed of this particular portion. इस point से इस point speed कितनी थी, and how we can find that? By first finding the distance between these 2 points, which is a index minus a index minus 1. So index is this minus this. So इतने point distance निकाल ली and time taken for this much. So see, if you will consider just this much point, so distance will be 20 minus 11 9, and time will be 30 minus 15 15. So overall speed will be 9 upon 15. Okay, so you will see this time taken by distance will be your distance by, so the speed will be distance by time of this particular portion. ठीक है, अब देखो guys, अब देखो, this is actually the speed of this particular portion. Now you want the time required to just cover this much of distance. What you will do, you will अब देखो distance क्या होता है, distance is actually speed into time. You want time required to reach this much distance. Time is actually distance upon speed. Distance कितना है, this. So distance is d minus this. तो क्या होगा फॉर्मूला, t will be d upon s. S क्या है, s was actually this distance upon time taken. So based on that formula you can check this out. We are actually finding the extra time required to reach that much distance which is far away from the previous point, right? And then we are adding that extra time in the answer. That is what we are doing. Okay, so again, if you have any doubt guys, feel free to ask me, that doubt in the comment section. Okay, or you can also join my Telegram channel to ask your doubt. Okay, amazing. So guys, next comes the problem number F, which is circle perimeter. Let's first understand the problem statement. The problem statement says that you are having an integer r. Now you have to find all the possible points, integer points, that lies between r and r plus 1, means whose Euclidean distance lies between r and r plus 1. Or more specifically I will say that if you will have a circle of distance or radius r, and you will have a circle of radius r plus 1, this is r plus 1. So how many points will lie between these both the circles? That is what they are asking, because they are saying you have to find all such point x comma y whose Euclidean distance, which is x square plus y square, should be less than r plus 1 and should be less than equal to r. So you can say it should be greater than equal to r, but it's strictly less than r plus 1. So means your distance hai, this should be less than r plus 1 and can be greater than equal to r. Okay, how many such x comma y can actually present? Okay, so let's first find guys how we can actually find this thing. So see, our equation is that we have to find 2 points x comma y such that x square plus y square should be greater than equal to r and should be less than r plus 1. Okay, now what we are doing is, see, if this value is actually greater than r, that means what we will do, we will first check for some value of x, and using some value of x we will find the value of y. अब देखो, अगर ये वैल्यू r से छोटी बट r plus 1 से छोटी हो, that means one of the number will be in the range from 0 to r. r से बड़ा तो कोई भी नंबर नहीं होगा. None of the number will be more than r, because if any of the number will become more than r, let's say this will become r plus 1 and this will also become, let's say, 0 itself, so this whole will become r plus 1, which is not less than r plus 1. So your overall value should be r plus 1. So the value or the range of x and y should also be between 0 to r only. The range of r should also be between 0 to r only. And then on the basis of range of r, you will find the value of y also. So if you will see what I have actually did it, let me show you the code. So before moving forward in the video, let me get a chance to tell you guys about Coding 75 Pro, where we conduct live DSA classes, weekly project sessions, CS fundamental classes, one-to-one mentorship and resume review sessions. Also, you will get a chance to join our pro community where you can interact with other coders and students like you. So overall, it is a complete plan for your interview preparation. This all is just at the price of less than 20 rupees per day. So you can join this Coding 75 Pro by visiting our website coding75.com, and then we will crack great companies together. Yeah. So if you will see the code, so what we were discussing, I was saying that this range of x should be between 0 to r, because if it will go more than r, then this statement will become false, right? Now, ab dekho. So what I'm saying is, for each test case, I'm first taking the input of radius, okay, and this c I will store the answer. Now, first of all, what I'm doing, I'm taking this k, okay. What is this k? This k is actually the value of x that we are considering, okay. Then you're finding the value of r minus k. Now this r minus k is actually the distance that we are currently having, the difference between the r and the k. K is the current that we are considering and r is the r that we have. Actually there is no like point for it. You can consider this as simple x, ठीक है. अब मतलब हमने x जो है हम 0 से लेके k तक ले रहे हैं, ठीक है. We are considering x from 0 to k. Now what we will do is, guys, now let's say that we have x, first 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, up to k we have the x, okay. Up for each x we will find that how many values of y are possible, how many values of y are possible, okay. See guys, let's see how many values of y are possible. So we have two conditions. First condition is that, देखो, we will do one more thing for our easiness. For now, we will find all those point x comma y even if they are equal to r plus 1. For now, I will tell you how to handle that case. But for now, let's discuss every point x and y whose value is between r to r plus 1, including it. Okay? अब देखो, let's first discuss this one. That it should be like this. ठीक है? अब if you will do square of both the sides, so I will say r square should be less than equal to x square plus y square. ठीक है? Then r square minus x square should be less than equal to y square. Now y square should be greater than equal to underscore of r square minus x square. Am I right? यही हुआ ना मतलब? Means any value, okay, not y square, just y. Means any value of y which is more than r square minus x square का under root can be taken. Am I right? So if you will see what is this a, this a is same. Any value which is the under root of r square minus x square ka under root is actually taken here. What is this? Na? This is SQRT of r square minus x square. Because as I told you, let's not take this now. Just take this much part. If you will take this much part, means r should be less than equal to x square plus y square under root. Now r square should be less than equal to x square plus y square. Now r square minus x square should be less than equal to y square. That means y should be greater than equal to under root of r square minus x square. This is nothing but a. Means we are saying the value of y should be less than equal to a. That's the very first thing. And you can see we have taken it here. We have taken it here. Same guys, same. If you will now consider this part. What is this part? This part says that value of underscore x square y square should be less than equal to r plus 1. Okay. Up here what will happen? If I will square it, means x square plus y square should be less than equal to r plus 1 whole square. Now y square should be less than equal to r plus 1 whole square minus x square. Y should be less than equal to under root of r plus 1 whole square minus x square. Means this is b. What is b? It is square root of r plus 1 square minus x square, which I written here. R plus 1 square minus x square. And under root of it is the value b. And we are saying that y should be less than equal to b. So we have actually evaluated value of a and value of b. And using them we got a formula that y should be greater than equal to a and less than equal to b. Now we will check the previous case. What was the case? Now we will check the case when, okay, this is the b we got na. Ab maybe this corner a b na. Ab this we know okay, y can be any value between a to b. But in some cases actually it can fail for the boundary cases. For example, for a, ठीक है. अब for a, so basically for the boundary cases a and b we will check separately. First of all check for b. that the see, x is given to us, x we have found कि ये हम x ले रहे हैं, y we have, y can be any value between a and b. हम क्या करेंगे, x is there only, y will initially consider as b. Now if the value of x square plus y square is equal to r plus 1 का square, which should not happen, it should be less than r plus 1 का square. If it is equal, if it is not less, decrease the value of b, means decrease the value of y, means ये b to y का वैल्यू नहीं हो सकती. सेम अगर इस a के लिए एंड x के लिए, if this value is less than r square, that should also not happen, because value should be more than equal to r square or r. To increase r, because for boundary elements we will check. Okay, now finally when we have the value a and b, that means for this value of a and b, all the values between this a and b can be y, can be y. For example, if a is 5, b is 10, so how many values are between a and b? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basically there are b minus a plus 1 values, means b minus a plus 1 pairs are possible, where x is equal to what you have taken here, and b can be any value between this a and this b. And then that much number of values I am adding in my C, means because we know that that much number of pairs are possible, so I'm adding it in my C. And this I'm checking for every value of x, every possible value of x. Okay, अब this for loop is done. Finally, if you will see, what I'm doing here is basically, first of all I'm subtracting 2, because guys there will be two such cases where the value will be equal to r plus 1, because you can see we were checking for equal to r plus 1. So we are having two such cases. I will subtract that. One case will be where value will be equal to r. One case will be where value will be equal to r, and one case can be where value can be equal to r plus 1, right? Cool. अब क्या होगा? I am multiplying 4. Now see, now I have all those points. Now I have all those points x and y whose value is actually less than r plus 1 and greater than r, even not equal to r. But see, this point I am only considering for the positive x. You can see the points that I calculated are only in the positive axis. But because it's a circle, these same points can be there in the this axis also, in this coordinate, in this coordinate also. Means that 4 point can replicate anywhere, because you are finding Euclidean distance, which is x square plus y square. So sign of x and y doesn't matter. They will be always in the circle, right? So we are multiplying 4, because same points with some, let's say if it is x comma y, it can be minus x comma y, it can be x comma minus y, it can be minus x comma minus y. Still points will remain same. So we are multiplying 4, and then we are adding 4. We are adding 4 for the case, because here we were not considering the case where it is equal to r. So for a case which is equal to r, we will actually take the point which is exactly there. Okay, we will add that particular case. So guys, this is how we are solving this particular problem. If you still have any doubt, you can still ask that to me in the comment section, or you can join Telegram channel to ask your doubt, right? Amazing guys. Now finally, the last problem of this video, which is XOUR. In this problem guys, it is asking that you are having some elements. Now what you can do, you can swap only those elements whose XOR value is less than 4. Whose XOR value is less than 4. अब देखो guys, and by doing that you have to make the array actually lexicographically smaller. Lexicographically smaller, ठीक है? अब देखो, what you will do is, let's say you have two elements ai XOR aj. When will it be less than 4? Less than 4 means, see this, let's say you have bits now. Let's say this is a bit, this is a bit. So this is actually 1, this is actually 2, this is 4. Means the XOR value should contain only 2 bits, because a 2-bit number is always less than 4. Means you are saying that the value of ai XOR aj should be less than 4, or we can say it should be of only 2 bits. Means any bit after these 2 bits should be either eliminated in the XOR or either not present. अब देखो, if there are two numbers present, let's say like this, let's say like this. If you will see in this, both the numbers, apart from their first 2 bits, their other bits are exactly same. their other bits are exactly same. Means definitely after having XOR, these bit will eliminate, obviously. So actually we have to pair up those numbers. We will store all those numbers in a map, in a single map. Those have these, apart from these two bits, those are remaining bits as same. Okay. For example, a number like this. If you will see this number, their first two bits can be different. They can have anything after XOR. But because these bits are same, they will always become 0 after the XOR. So we can only swap those numbers which have their all the bits same apart from last two bits. We can only swap two numbers and we'll do sorting amongst that bits only, right? So if you will see how I'm actually doing it, first of all, I'm first iterating through my array. I'm taking input, and for every element, I'm first eliminating uh, their first and last bit. So obviously, if a number is and with one is true, that means it contains the last bit, subtract it. If it contains the second bit, subtract it. Now the number must be having the remaining n minus 2 bits, because last two bits are I have subtracted. Let's say number is like this, I'm saying subtract 1 from it. The number is like this, I'm saying subtract 2 from it. So now the final number will have last two bits as 0 0 only, and remaining bits of the number will be there. And for all such number which have that particular remaining bits, I'm storing in a map. Now this map will store you, okay, for a particular type of number, how many such numbers are there. Now I will iterate through this map, okay, and for all the indexes, and see, I will also sort the vector. What is this vector? This vector is actually that for a particular key, all the values which have that much n minus 2 bits. अब देखो, for example, I have map of 1101 like this. So I have a number which is this. I have a number which is this. I have a number which is this. And why they are all a part of this map? Because all of these bits apart from last two bits are same, and because they are same, they are part of the same map, right? Up, we can actually swap these numbers in between. So how we will swap? We will actually sort them. We will first make the smallest number, which is this. Then I will make this. Then I will make this. So I can actually swap them in between. That is what I am saying. So for every type of number which is having a common uh, value of the initial bits apart from last two bits, I'm sorting it. And after sorting it, I'm storing their indexes in the indexes vector. Okay. Now guys, what the thing is that we have to also then sort the indexes, because finally when we are storing the thing in answer, our indexes should be sorted, and then once the index is sorted, we will assign the value, because finally we don't have to just print the index, we have to actually print the value also, right? So this was actually a complex problem, and the solution is also really complex, I can understand. But still, if you have any doubt, you can actually join a comment, you can ask that comment section, or you can ask in a telegram, or you can also join a live discussion, right? So in live discussion, all these doubts regarding questions will be cleared, right? So thank you for watching this particular video. I hope you got the video. Thank you.